Hi there, everyone. Welcome to the ukestuff channel, and this is sort of an update about making play-along videos. I still use basically the same process on the app LumaFusion on my iPad, but I recently bought a touchscreen 2-in-1 Chromebook that was on sale from Costco for Black Friday early sales. And it comes with stylus, pen, and some other things. And while you can't do everything you can do with an iPad with a Chromebook, there are some things you can do on a Chromebook that you can't do on an iPad. But one thing that the Chromebook has access to is WeVideo. And I was just looking a couple of years ago, I tried to see if WeVideo could do what I needed it to do, and I couldn't make it happen. But I'm going to try to give this a shot today and see what we can do with it. So, the very first thing you're going to have to do is find out how to put your chords at the bottom of your screen. And unfortunately, from what I have seen with WeVideo, I can't import fonts yet into WeVideo to use like I can on my iPad or my Mac or on a Windows PC. So if I want to use other fonts, I'm going to have to do it on another device, whether it's on my iPad or on a Mac or on a Windows PC. And I'm going to have to put the chords in order. I'm going to take screenshots of those chords. And then if, for example, if I want a transparent background, I'm going to have to make sure that the actual color of the fonts match and that sort of thing. So that's the very first thing I'm going to do here. So I am going to pull out my iPad. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. So in 1 second, I'll just kick over to that. I just need to find Pages. I use Pages where I have things going. And I'm going to start the recorder here on my iPad. Make sure that I'm recording audio there too so I can sync it later. Yeah, we're good. So basically, what I can do on my iPad is I can actually split screen as well, which I'm going to do because I'm going to be using the song Away in a Manger because I'm working on it already today. So I'll start from the very beginning here. Now I know I can put titles in WeVideo by itself, but if I want the chords here and I want them white like this, I'm going to have to put them into something else, screen capture it, invert it with some kind of image editor, and take away the background. There's a couple ways you can take away backgrounds. You can do that with an image editor, or you can upload an image to, I think it's removebg.com, and you can do it. I'll probably do it all in an image editor. But so what I want to do is in Pages is I'm going to create this row of chords. And I'm using the chord set called Chordette to do this. And eventually you learn what all these different chords are. And basically, I think we can do this this way and just prove, the proof of concept of it. And then we can do some other things with it later. So I'm just putting in the chords I'm going to need. The capital C is a C major, the capital F is an F, the capital N is a G7, and when I change the font here to the GCEA font, because I'm just going to use GCEA font, you can't see it yet, but I can go down here and I can make this larger. So let's make it like 75 maybe, and see how that works. 75. Okay, that wouldn't be so bad. And then I also want my next here and then the C. So I'm just going to delete those. I'm not going to worry too much about the fact that those don't look quite right yet because I can just change those back. And that font is Lato that I use, which matches the text of the chordette. So I'm going to go to settings here and I'm going to change that to Lato, Lato. Just got to find it. There we go. And then, oh, I just accidentally deleted it. Next, colon. And this is going to be super simple, just to see if, for proof of concept, really, if you're interested in doing it. And we're going to make that size smaller, maybe like 40. Press enter and we should be good. It can even be smaller than that, I think, but I'll just put a space in there. Oh, I don't want to put an enter. There we go. And then I'm going to make the C a little bit smaller too. We'll make that like a 60. And I think I want the next to be even smaller yet. There we go. Change that to like 30 maybe. There we go. And let's see if I can get that all on one line because that's the ultimate goal here. There we go. Something like that. That will work for our intents and purposes are going to be. I'll press enter a couple times and then I'm going to do a screen capture of that. Now, there are a few things you can do. I generally use this app, which is called Art Studio Pro, and I actually want to just import from Photos, my most recently taken picture here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop that image. So I'm going to do like this, and then I'm going to select that that's okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the back color to transparency white. I'm going to change that. And the final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to invert the color. So now I've got a transparent background with those letters. So I'm going to save all of those. And now I've already saved some other items. Let's see here. All right, so I made sure that was a PNG because a PNG is the only type of file that can keep transparency. Now I'm going to go into my photos here and I'm going to select the thing that I just made and I want to send that into files, into the folder that I've made here, and it happens to be in my uketabs folder accidentally, in my Away in the Manger project. And I think now I have everything I need to open up Google Drive, copy that over to Google Drive, and then edit it. So I'm going to do that real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, I just wanted to show you what I've got uploaded now. So I have the song itself, the audio. I have the image of the chords, and there'd be many of those you'd have to make. You have to make one for each row of chords. I have two snapshots of the background that I'm using, one that's clear and one that's blurry, so that you can see the words better. And now I'm ready to go over and open this up in WeVideo and see if I can put it all together. So let's go do that. All right, so I'm in WeVideo. I'm going to create a new one, and I'm going to just templates, just go home, and I'll make a horizontal 16:9 video. And this is just, again, a proof of concept that this could actually work. All right, let's add some media, and I'm going to go to Google Drive to select it. All right, so here are my things in my Away in a Manger file. I'm going to add all of these. And I'll import some more. And one more thing to import. All right. Now let's see if I can create this play along. And if you see here, you can actually create multiple channels. You can add tracks. I'm going to make this large size for me. Doesn't look like we have an audio track yet, so I'm going to add the audio track. And then if I scroll up here, there's my audio. I don't need audio 2 right now, so I think I can delete this. Let me go over here and see if I can delete this here. I'm going to delete that track. I'm going to delete that track that I don't need. I'm going to delete text 1 for now. I'm going to delete video 2 for now. And then I want this one to be about, 10 seconds, I think. All right, so then I need to move these other things to where I need them to start. So I like to give people a couple seconds before the music starts. And then on this first clear image, that's where I'll make that one go about 10 seconds. Let's see here if I can get it to exactly 10. I guess this one wants to move a little bit before in there. And we'll get this to 10 exactly. And then we'll move this one over. Now with text, I can create a text box. So I can change this to something like lyrics and add the track. So I have one spot where I know the lyrics are. And then I've got this where I'm moving this over like this to 10 seconds exactly. And then I'm going to just move that picture over. You can put in a transition. So I can go up to transitions here and I can do a crossfade like this in between them. And then when you play it, it's going to look something like this. And it should have gotten blurry. One of these should have been a blurry image. Maybe this one. And I'll delete that. Is that blurry now? There we go. That's more like it. So far, this is what we're looking at here. So we've got our intro. We can add some text. And, you know, we can just add these simple text things like this. So for example, you can go in here and you can be like clicking up here to say something like away in a manger ukulele. Oh, then I can press enter. Ukulele play along. And then for the font, again, I can choose my Lato right here. And I can make it kind of bold. And because it's so large and going to the next file, I can go like that. And you sort of have your appearance of what it would normally look like. And yes, I can add some other things there. But for now, this will do what I need it to do. Now, once I get this time length here, I'm going to want to, somewhere in here, I'm going to want to show what chords are being used and all that other stuff. But once I get to here, this is where I'm going to want to show the actual chords. And that's what we're going to play with next. So I'm going to create another thing here called Chords. And this is where I'm going to drag in the chords images like this. I'm going to add that track. And now if I go up, that's where that's going to be. So I go up to my media and I have this blank image here like this. And when I drop that in, we'll see what it looks like. And I should be able to double click on this and change its size and scale so that it fits best on the screen here for what I need it to do. And I think I'll do that. And that's what we're looking at. Now, it's not the cleanest in the world. Maybe I'd have to think through how exactly I'd want that to look. But again, this is just a proof of concept. So I'm going to want to use a call out here. And then I'm going to also have to make another video thing here. And this is going to have to be like the chord box. And that's what that's going to be called. We're going to add that track as well. So then what I'm going to do is take my rectangle and put that in the chord box up here. And when I double click on this, I'm going to have to change its location and what that looks like. So, and this is it's a little different interface. This would be more like Rachel Webley is using with Filmora sort of deal. And of course you can change the color. So we'll change the color to something that sort of blends with the background a little bit. And then if I scroll down, get this out of the way, I can save the changes. And we now have this little text box that's going to move. And as I click on it, it will start or stop where I want to start. So I'll see where that timing needs to be. Somewhere about there. And of course I can zoom into the timeline to get closer and see how good that needs to be. but let's see here. Oh, I need to go back a little further. It's right here. Actually, we're already into the box there the whole way. So let me see if I can do it here. Somewhere about there. Now, I need to fix the top of that C thing there a little bit. And once I have that sort of plugged in, then I should be able to split that. I should be able to put in a transition of some kind. Let's see if they've got a dip. That's what I normally use. Isn't a cross blur, but is just actually a dip. Let's see if we've got something like that here. Ripple, swap, crosshatch. This might be the crossfade is going to be our closest thing here. So now I'm going to go into this one. I'm going to change its location. So I think I could just change the X setting, but it's probably going to be faster just to move these two little sliders right here. And that's going to be my new location of this little chord box. I'm going to save the changes. And now if I scroll out a little bit and go back to the beginning, we'll see all the different things that I have here. So let me go back to here at the beginning and push play. Back to 0, 0, 0, 0. Here we go. This is where you'd have your title, and then you'd put in what chords you needed. And the music would start. You'd see the chords on the bottom of the screen. And you can probably change the time of that transition as well, like how fast it sort of changes. So if I go in here a little bit more and I scroll over a little bit, I should be able to change this. The duration is 1 second. Let's see, I think I normally have it like half a second. So if we make it 0.5 seconds, and let's see how that looks. And then I could put in the little mark there again, change my rectangle again, move it over, and then create that video. Now, what would be fantastic is if WeVideo allowed me to import the chordette fonts, and then I could do all that layout there. This is still easier to do, I think, on LumaFusion, but hey, it's an option that's here, and it potentially can work for you. So if you've been wanting to make play-along videos, I think WeVideo is there now. All right, thanks so much for watching the channel. Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.